Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So, Carl Froch and his fanboys are coming out now to do a bit of damage control after Carl Froch was called out by Darren Till. He got up, turned around, and quickly exited the building. Let's talk about it. Right, so Carl Froch has been on a bit of a YouTube media rant for the past couple of years. He built his channel off of trolling Anthony Joshua, right? Later on, he started to troll John Fury, back and forth between these two guys, and sometimes Tyson Fury. Carl Froch has been turned up to a lot of events. There was a time where he was criticising the Riyadh season cards, saying it's all shit, it's rubbish, it's crap, no atmosphere. And then he gets invited over to Riyadh, and then all of a sudden his opinions do a 180 and start to go the other way. When he's faced with people like Turki Al-Sheikh and other guys, then it's, oh yeah, this is great what you're doing, this is great, oh, I like what you're doing. But there was no talk of what he was saying before about it being shit, no atmosphere, this and that. Why do you, see, I don't like, see, Carl Froch, he's the type of guy, you got to call this guy out. You got to call this guy out, right? He talks a lot of shit when he's on his channel, but then when he's faced with adversity, he turns around and then he runs, right? He runs from Darren Till, who was ringside, and then he goes and makes another pathetic video saying Darren Till was terrible. But the man called you out. He called you out and told you to come into the ring and face him like a man after you've been criticising him, sarcastically and condescendingly criticising him, making fun of him, right? Making fun. So, look, if you're going to do that, you have to face the guy. And listen, I have no doubt whatsoever, and I'd put money on it, that Darren Till would absolutely destroy Carl Froch in a street fight. He would destroy him, and Carl Froch knows it. That's the reason why he walked out. And Darren Till has a reputation of flying off the handle, right? He will go for Till. He will go for Froch. People like to come out and say, oh, well, Darren Till wasn't the greatest MMA fighter anyway. Well, listen, any of you been listening to my channel, I've said it plenty of times on this channel, Darren Till is not the full finished article when it comes to MMA. His ground game sucks. But he would still kick the shit out of Carl Froch. That's what some of you guys need to understand. He would kick the shit out of Carl Froch. Carl Froch wouldn't stand a chance if it was MMA rules, if it was a fight in the street, a fight in the crowd just then. It's only when they lace the gloves up, you got the Marquis of Queensberry rules, you got a referee to protect Carl Froch from getting an absolute fucking hiding, break, 8 count, there are rules to boxing. I'm not disrespecting boxing, there's rules to boxing. Carl Froch is hiding behind the rules, really and truly, but he won't even face the man that he's been criticising. I'm like, if you can't face the person you've been criticising for the past God knows how long or ever, what type of man does that make you? What type of man does that make you? Listen to what this shit ass had to say, listen.
They're giving money away here with these fights because Darren Till's absolutely fucking useless. I'm not being funny. Listen, I'm talking about professional boxing level. At the level he's at, he's done all right. He's got decent balance.
No, make your mind that he's done all right. He's made decent balance. He's actually shit. Either he's shit or he's all right. You make your mind up.
Throws a decent backhand from the southpaw stance. But let's be honest, this would be a mismatch. Even at 48 years old.
All right, then. If he's a mismatch at 48 years old, make the fight happen. Carl Froch hasn't fought for 11 years. He says it's an easy match, even at 48. So at 48, you're going to need a tune-up fight because a lot of boxers need tune-up fights, right? So you have a tune-up. Use Darren Till as a tune-up, win that fight, and then maybe you can get a major fight with somebody else, whoever you want for big money. Use him as a tune-up. I don't want to hear you talk shit and say it's a mismatch, even at 48, and you're not willing to fight him. Don't be talking shit and saying it's a mismatch at 48 if you ain't going to fight him.
Retired 11 years. It's a mismatch. And I just think, behind the sharp jab, plenty of feints, I just think it'd be an easy fight. And this might piss Darren Till off his season. He might think, cheeky bastard, whatever. Like, he lost the plot tonight, and he does tend to switch, doesn't he? The switch goes, and he loses the plot. He jumped over, it was on the top rope, where's that shit-ass Froch? And I was like, I didn't be able to...
What do you expect him to say? You've been talking shit for months. What do you expect him to do? You think you're going to criticise somebody, right, aggressively criticise and be sarcastic, take the piss out of them, and you expect them to do nothing?
Security, like messing around, like, oh, I'm scared, but nonchalantly eating my apple. And I thought, I can't get in the ring because it's going to really look like, one, I want the fight, which I'm not really that arsed, and two, he actually bothers me, which he doesn't, because when you're a 4-time world champ, unified Hall of Famer, you don't worry about people like Darren Till.
If you don't worry about people like Darren Till, why the fuck are you always talking about him after every single fight? Why are you aggressively criticising him, being sarcastic and condescending if he doesn't bother you? You know? It seems like you're projecting. Carl Froch is projecting. I think he's insecure himself. That's why he's always taking down others. When someone's got insecurities about themselves, they tend to tear down others. And this is what Carl Froch constantly does. Tears down others. When have you ever heard him say anything good about any fighter? I cannot remember. I've stopped listening to his channel. I ain't unsubscribed, but I stopped listening because every time he talks, it's negative. He pumps himself up and he's negative towards everybody else. And I'm like, well, Carl, when are you going to say something positive about somebody? You know? Really. There's got to be a balance here. There's got to be a balance in the ether. It's pure negativity that's coming at your channel.
He's not really a professional boxer, although he's having a go. He's looking all right. But then he started talking gobshite down the mic. I was already out the building. I didn't do it.
No, he was not out the building. When Till called you out, you got up. So some security were around you to protect you, then you left the building. You don't try and change it about you was already left it, but that's bullshit.
I wasn't scared for those haters that are going to go in the comments and say, I shit myself and ran off. I didn't.
You shit yourself.
Be arsed with the bullshit. But
can't be arsed with the bullshit. If you're going to talk shit, why don't you man up to it? Man up to... Listen, you talk shit, right? Go and stand on your words. That's what I say. You couldn't be arsed with it. That's a coward. A man that says, criticises one man, yeah, and then can't go to his face when the man's calling him out to talk to him and to work it out, to say what's going on, that's a coward move.
I'm sitting here now, one of the chief guys at DAZN. It's a very respected broadcaster for proper boxing. But you also do the...
Proper boxing? If it's proper boxing, what the fuck was you doing there last night then, the other night? Why was you... If it's not proper boxing, why are you there?
Fits. And are you saying, actually, this fight would, genuinely have some interest and some value?
Of course it would. Of course it would. I think everybody wants to see Carl Froch fight now because he's got too much mouth. Listen, let's have it. Darren Till versus the Cobra. I'm not expecting Darren Till to win this fight, but I'm expecting Carl Froch to put his money where his mouth is. He talks a lot of shit lately. Let's see. 11 years out of the ring, let's see what you're really made of. If you're that tough and you think he's that bad, why don't you have a 2-fight deal? You fight him once in boxing, once in MMA. Yeah? If you're a man, Carl, stand on your words. If you're a man or you're a fucking worm. Anyway, look, enough said. Do us a favour, smash the like button, hit the bell for notifications to get all the new latest videos.